Cold outreach is officially dying. If you're still relying on this to get new clients to your business, you're honestly wasting a ton of time and money. So in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down why cold outreach is just the worst lead generation process out there and a better solution on how to get clients to message you instead. So let me know if this is something you've ever done before. Go into other people's Facebook groups, add people randomly, try to start up a conversation with them, or even add them to your own Facebook group and try to get them to be interested in some type of free training or ebook, or even going on Instagram DMs, sending 100 messages a day, breaking it up in increments of 10 or 20 so you don't get restricted, and getting sent to the hidden request box and not even getting your message seen by the person you're outreaching to. Or even worse, for some of you guys that have gone really far like I've done in the past, purchase some type of email marketing tool to send thousands of emails every single month just for you to get like a 1 to 3% response rate. Well, if you've done any type of form of cold outreach, you know how tedious and exhausting that can really be. And I'm going to break down why that's not working for you anymore and why it's going to be even worse of a lead generation tool from here on out, and a better solution so you can stop sending cold outreach, so you can stop getting left unseen or being ignored, and so you can finally start making more money in your business. First, let's talk about why cold outreach sucks in the first place. For one, it's a massive time constraint. You as a business owner should not be spending a ton of time reaching out to a bunch of prospects trying to pitch your offer to them, especially since most of those cold outreach messages will be left unseen, unread, delivered, hidden requests, and you're never going to really be able to even engage in conversation despite you sending hundreds of messages every single day. So I've done so many different types of lead generation strategies, and cold outreach, I spent a good amount of time doing that. I was even able to scale my business to about 50K a month with cold outreach, but the profit and the margins were absolutely abysmal. So we spent a lot of time hiring team members. We actually had about 7 team members with all different accounts, sending tons of cold outreach messages across platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And even someone like myself that had it that optimized and at that high level of scale, even I'm telling you not to do it because it was such a pain. It was such a headache. And that was with an entire team of 8 to 9 people managing, sending messages, following up with messages. We had tons of sheets of just leads, their name, email, phone number, their accounts, and we're blasting messages and tons of follow-ups every single day. This was done on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and even cold email. We purchased softwares to warm up our email domain so we can send massive amounts of emails. I'm talking about thousands of emails every single month. And even then, it was not efficient. Time constraints were very, very high. And not to mention, the biggest issue that we started to see consistently was that our accounts were getting restricted. Our messages were getting sent more and more to the hidden request box, right? Because platforms like Instagram and Facebook, they don't like you sending a bunch of messages, right? So what they see is that over time, if they find that an account is used to sending a ton of messages, like an unnormal amount of messages to complete random strangers that they're not even friends with or even follow, then they're gonna basically put you in messaging jail, where every single message from that point on, or at least most of them, will be in the hidden request box. Which, if you're not aware, the hidden request box is on Instagram and Facebook, and basically that is Instagram's way and Facebook's way of kind of protecting users from spam. So they'll put those messages in the hidden request, so you have to take an extra step to even see the message. So despite us sending hundreds if not thousands of messages every single week, only a fraction of them were even being seen, and of that fraction that were being seen, only even a smaller percentage of those people would even respond back to us. So very big time constraint, very low profit margins when it comes to cold outreach if you're doing it at scale. And then of course, if you're just doing this by yourself, the time constraint is just, it's crazy. Not only do you have to find new people to message, you have to follow up with all those people. You probably have to put together some type of CRM, which most people that do cold outreach don't even know how to properly put a CRM or customer relationship management tool together where they can properly track the messages that they're sending, who to follow up with, and when to follow up with them. That is one of the biggest, if not the biggest issue with cold outreach by itself. Not to mention the fact that cold outreach actually skips a very vital tool when it comes to selling products and services online, which is the middle funnel. Right? So you have top of funnel awareness, middle funnel, and bottom of funnel. Top of funnel is just getting attraction and eyeballs to your brand, your page, your website, your offer. Middle of funnel is nurturing those people with long form content like YouTube, podcasting, retargeting ads if you're running paid ads. And then bottom of funnel are people that get on the phone with you, that you're in deep conversation with, or people you may have pitched. When you're doing cold outreach, you're skipping that middle funnel, which is the most important part of this entire sales process, which is nurturing someone and building trust. 9 times out of 10, or maybe even a higher percentage than that, people will never buy something from you if they can't trust that you can actually help them. Not only they can't trust you, but if they don't even feel like you're someone that can even solve their solutions, that's a whole nother problem. And the way we overcome those issues is with the middle funnel. Podcast, YouTube videos, retargeting ads where people are seeing us consistently, but we're also educating them and nurturing them on how we can help overcome their issues. So when you're doing cold outreach, you miss that entire process and you're going from someone that has never seen you before to trying to pitch them on your services, or even trying to get them on the phone with you you to try to sell something, pitching a call to someone that doesn't even know who you are and they don't have that much trust in you is honestly just a waste of time. Most people don't even value getting on the phone with you if you haven't presented enough value upfront to them to make them want to get on the phone with you. It's why when you do cold outreach, your no-show rate is probably very high. I don't do cold outreach anymore. I use a very simple system to get inbound conversations and messages coming to me, and it's using paid marketing on Instagram. And because of that, I have a 90% show up rate, and the 10% of people that don't show will re-engage with them and they'll show up to the next appointment, right? Because these leads are coming to us, we're not having to go out to them. So cold outreach leads to time constraints, no-show issues, and poor lead quality overall. So how do you even overcome cold outreach? How do you find another tool or marketing strategy to get clients to come to you without you having to go to them? First things first, I want to say everyone that does cold outreach, I totally understand the pain that you're going through. Like I mentioned, used to do cold outreach and I was even able to scale it to 50K a month, but my profit margins were pretty low because of the tools, the softwares, and the team members I had to pay to even get to that volume. Cold outreach in most cases is done by people that were either taught cold outreach and weren't taught another marketing strategy, or for people that probably don't have that much money to spend or invest and they have no choice but to do cold outreach. I'm here to tell you that you want to keep grinding until you have a comfortable amount of money to put aside and immediately get into paid ads. So like I mentioned before, top of funnel, middle funnel, bottom of funnel. Paid ads helps you solve number one issue that you're facing, which is getting consistent attention on your brand or page. You're having to go out to find these leads. What if the leads came to you instead? Well, with paid ads, the way we teach it and the way we leverage it, first thing that we set up is running paid ads to our personal page on Instagram. Our page is going to be filled with content, with educational information, answering questions and concerns that our target audience faces on a day-to-day. And what we do is we run paid ads to that page, so we're getting new consistent followers every single day on autopilot. So that solves the first issue. The second solution is that middle funnel where we're nurturing someone. So now someone may see who you are, they might be somewhat familiar with what you do, but getting a follower isn't enough to purchase your product or service. Just because I follow you doesn't mean I trust you enough or value enough to purchase your product or service. So the next part of the funnel is nurturing someone and getting them more engaged and more familiar with what you do in the best way possible, which is content, short form content, long form content, and then also pairing that up with retargeting ads. So when someone follows you, they don't go weeks or months without seeing your face. They're going to see you more consistently when you run retargeting ads. In the middle funnel, we're providing value and insight on exactly the pain that they're going through, the solutions that we can provide to help them overcome that. So by the time they get to the bottom of the funnel where you're engaging in conversation or getting them on the phone, they're well aware of what you have to offer. They're familiar with what you do. They've seen the case studies, the testimonials, and it's all come naturally, right? The best part about what we do and how we teach it is that it's all done naturally and people just funnel through the process. So now people start generating inbound conversations with you. They're curious about what you do and what you offer and how they can work with you. So they start messaging you and you don't have to go to them. I call this the accelerated funnel. We actually break this entire training down in more detail in this YouTube video. So feel free to click on this now, watch that, and I break down the entire process, how much money we make, how much we spend on ads to get the returns that we get.